Alright guys, I've seen a couple things lately where people are remembering to check their lug nuts and a couple other nuts and bolts on the tractor, and I figured mine's at 283 hours now, maybe I better check mine. I was watching a video the other day. Brock from Rock Hill Farms made a video on one of his friend's tractors. Something with the lug nuts not being tightened down right at the right time, maybe what caused one of his rear wheels to fall off and snap the lug nuts. But anyway, I'm going to check my lug nuts here on all four tires and see if any of mine are loose, because now he's got me curious. So let's check them out. Now I have the John Deere app on my phone, and I just looked up the schedule on there, and that's telling me that these should be set at 103 foot-pounds of torque. Those ones are all good, no problem there. Let's move on to the back. Okay, I am going to need some extensions on this one. Okay, I've got some extensions so I can fit all the way into the rim here. Let's see what these ones are. Alright, all those ones are good. Let's move on to the other side. Okay, that one was good. One more to go here. Alright, all my lug nuts on my rims and tires are good. I am not one of the unlucky ones that have had an issue with that. So, pretty happy there. Now, there's also the bolts up in here. I believe it's called for the front axle trunnion bolts. And there's a couple of videos going around YouTube. I believe one of them is Hardy Brothers, might be the name, and they've had an issue with those coming out. Let's go ahead and check if mine are loose. There looks to be 4 per side, and it's going to be this bolt here, this one here, and then these 2 back here. I was not able to find how many foot-pounds these 4 bolts per side needed to be tightened to. I'm going to go off Brock's video, and he said 70 foot-pounds of torque is what he went with, so we're going to give that a try. He had one that was a little bit loose. Now I'm curious if any of mine have loosened up, so let's check it out. actually a little bit shocked. That one did move about 1/8 of a turn. That one didn't move at all. That one didn't move at all. And that one didn't move at all. Let's check the other side. That one did not move at all. Neither did that one. That one's good. And that one was good. So I'm feeling pretty lucky here. I only had one that was just slightly loose. It turned maybe 1/8 of a turn. So that's pretty good. Alright, so another thing while I'm down here, I figure I probably better grease these 2 grease zerks on the axle, the front axle, because it's just something I don't ever think about, is these 2 up here. So now's a good time to do it. I'm going to use YouTube's nastiest grease gun and get this done today. If you guys have any suggestions for a really good grease gun that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, let me know. Alright, another while I'm at it type grease fitting here is there is a grease zerk on the front of the 4-wheel drive shaft, and then there's one on the back. And I'm going to head in and try to get both of those done. If I'm not out in 5 minutes, send help. Now the front grease zerk is up underneath this plastic cover, and on mine you just push in and twist counterclockwise and it pops right off pretty easy. And I was not lucky enough to have my drive shaft turn the right way, so let's see if I can do it by hand here. Looks like we're going to have to push the tractor a little bit. Okay, I might be able to get it right there. Okay, there we go. Put that cover back up here. Push and twist clockwise this time. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Let's see if we can find this back one. Okay, I hope I don't get in your guys' way here, but there's only limited room. The back one is up in here. Okay, that wasn't too bad either. Somebody pull me out. Okay, now I'm glad those two drive shaft grease zerks on this tractor, on this 2021 2032R, are that easy to grease. Because on the 2014 2025R, I had to tear apart the whole dash and the cowl underneath the dash and then a plate on the frame, and then it was still hard. I had to buy 5 or 6 different grease fittings to try to get in there to the drive shaft, and it was a pain in the butt. And if I remember right, a lot of people were breaking those drive shafts because they weren't greasing that grease zerk, because they either didn't know about it or got lazy and it was just hard to get to. So this tractor is a blessing for greasing compared to that 2014 2025R. Very happy about that. So another thing I'm going to do quick is check the tire pressures. Now the front tires have never been a problem. Those are pretty easy to check. But my back tires are loaded with beet juice. And I know you're supposed to rotate the tire so the valve stem is on the top, above the fluid level, and then check it. But it seems like every time I check the rear tire pressure with one of these gauges, there's still some beet juice that comes out, and it ends up gumming up my gauge, and the gauge becomes no good eventually. So, do any of you guys, let me know in the comments if any of you guys have a suggestion. I haven't been able to find if there's a certain kind of air pressure checker that I can use in filled tires and the beet juice won't gum it up and ruin the gauge. So, other than that, I want to say thanks to a couple people on YouTube, mainly Brock from Rock Hill Farms is his YouTube account, and for reminding me that I need to check some stuff like the lug nut bolt torque and the other axle trunnion bolt, and make sure that I'm not loosening up bolts and running into problems like some of his friends and other people on YouTube have had. So that's going to be it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you don't mind, give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.